bankruptcy, job loss, stock crash, inflation, financial crisis. All this will turn your days into gray, even dark. However, there is a once an exceptional, even always. You will see crude oil price somehow goes up during financial crisis, or at least it will slap as the last one when everything drop. So why crude oil so unique? In this video, let's go through financial knowledge and history to discover the truth behind. Ready? Go! In financial market, oil is one of significant international trading commodities. Compared with others, such as wheat, bean, minerals, and so on, whose prices go up and down usually by demands and supplies. Crude oil, or oil, appears more special. Besides by demands and supplies of buyers and sellers, it is closely associated with ups and downs of economic scenarios and with the complexity of geopolitics. Here, history will tell you in 1970s. Let's back to 1970s. See this chart. Crude oil price in last 70 years will help you to review all. Since the end of World War II, as normal life came back, for about 30 years, the oil price had been under $40 per barrel. However, since early 1990s, its price went through a significant increase because of oil crisis. The oil crisis began to unfold as petroleum production in the United States and other parts of the world peaked in last 1970s. The oil crisis prompted the first shift towards energy saving, particularly fossil fuel saving technologies. On the other hand, OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, which are mainly formed by Middle East countries, South American countries. The 30 member countries will account for an estimated 44% of global oil production and 81.5% of world's proven oil reserves, have seized this opportunity to give a major influence on global oil prices. How? Simply put, restrictions in oil production. So you can see in the 1970s, it successfully led to a dramatic rise in oil prices, also the revenue of wells of OPEC, with long-lasting and far-reaching consequences for the global economy. You probably heard nowadays in 2022, the United States is planning to sue or sanction OPEC countries. Well, such plot had already been played 50 years ago. Although the crash finally has resolved, the 1973 oil price shock, along with the 1973 to 1974 stock market crash, have been regarded as the first evidence since the Great Depression to give a persistent economic effect. In 1979, the second oil crisis broke out due to a drop in oil production in the wake of the Iranian Revolution. During the recessions in the 1970s, the GDP of the United States fell about 3.2%, and you may strongly see how geopolitics, especially the Middle East countries, had played a significant role in this game, and very soon you will see a series of more violent events will impact the price of oil and the whole dynamics of economy in the world. In early 2000, see this chart, you can find a small and sharp peak of oil price in 1990. If you compare it with other consistent, it has significant price inspiration for later decades. As you may guess out, hot wars in Middle East. The Gulf War by George Bush for 1 year in 1990 seemed a foreplay model to later Iraq wars by his son, another George Bush. After oil price has gone back to free market since early 1980s, two series of hot wars in Middle East have explicitly indicated how it soared due to shortage of oil production in wars. On one hand, oil producers in the Middle East continue to enjoy a dramatic rise in oil prices, also in revenue and in wealth, but at the cost of seeing their neighbor countries' disjointing fate with terror. On the other hand, in domestic United States and other Western oil producer countries such as Canada and Norway, even Russia, have been taking such a bonus of a rise in oil price to become rich. Furthermore, dynamics of geopolitics is another inevitable part of economical demands and consumption. In early 2000s, as the globalization had accelerated industrial and information development in different areas worldwide, general demands on oil had increased considerably. Many renewable energy forms have emerged though. Surprisingly, this rising trend of oil price have lasted for about 15 years, from 2003 to 2018. However, for now, in financial trading world, its crucial status remains prominent. Generally, it has become a significant indicator to dynamics of economics and international relations. For example, historically, oil price once dropped into negative $30 per barrel at the beginning of the pandemic. Such abnormal phenomenon has indicated that how devastated stock of the pandemic to the world economy. For another example, Ukraine war and global inflation have hit the production and the price of oil a lot. Believe it or not, this time, in front of a declining stock market and a coming financial crisis, oil price will stand still for the last moment as usual. But until the day when the oil price slump, we will be at the latest dark moment before sunrise.